welcome back to the Sound Lab with Mully. Today we're going over the First Act line of pedals. First Act is known as a toy brand. They make sort of toy guitars, low-end kids guitars sort of things. But they also made pedals for a little while. And I think this is a really good place for somebody to get started at, but it also has a few kind of Easter eggs. If you've been collecting for a while, you might be interested in it. One of the first nice things about the line is that they're all metal cases, except for there's two versions of the distortion pedal. There's one that's based on like a plasticky sort of Dafon case, kind of like the Ibanez Sound Tank series. So if you include that one, there's kind of like 4 in the series. So it's not a super, I mean, you're not, if you're a completist, you're not getting in over your head right away. Also, they're all kind of workhorse pedals, distortion, chorus, delay. Nothing super crazy or weird there. And you know, like I said, there's only really 3, maybe 4 of them. And you can make pretty cool sounds with them. Some of the nice Easter eggs is that the distortion here is actually a DS1 clone. And DS1 mods will work on it. This one's actually got a fat mod and a couple others in it. So that will change the characteristic of it a little bit. The chorus is actually an analog Bucket Brigade chorus. So it's got that going for it, or not, depending on what you like. And the delay is actually super weird. It's got a PT 2399 chip in it, which people call analog voiced. I'm going to do a deep dive later on that pedal, on that chipset, but needless to say, there's a fair number of boutique pedals that use that chipset, and then there's also things like the Fab Echo that uses that chipset. And from what I understand, rockabilly players really like the First Act delay because it's got a really good slapback sound. But the longer you delay it out, the dirtier the sound gets, or at least the more noticeable the dirty sound gets. So that's kind of a bug/feature of that delay pedal. But let's see what they can do. I'll demo each one kind of quickly just to see what they can sound like on their own, and then we'll do pretty much all 3 of them together and show you what these guys sound like. To start with, I'm playing a Strat through my Carvin SX200. Pretty basic tone. All right, let's add the distortion in. I'm not going to show you a whole bunch of settings on any of these. I don't know that we necessarily have time for that. If this is just going to be like an overview. But like I said, it's a DS1 clone. I have the gain cranked on it, and it sounds pretty DS1-y. With that fat mod, it kind of adds a little bit of the bottom end back into it. And let's pull up the chorus here. The chorus basically uses a warbling slight delay to create a slight off tune and make it sound kind of like swirly. Probably one of the better known intros that uses it is the old And then the delay just sort of samples your sound and plays it back at a predefined period of time. And you can hear it's got a pretty long tail on it. You can even go quite a little bit longer. Well, that's the infinite repeats there. And you can hear the repeats get crunchy. And also as the time goes out, it'll get crunchy too. Yeah, you can hear that little bit of white noise in there. All right, now let's put them all on, see what the whole line sounds like together. No, not every effect is right for every song. That's a pretty good point to it right there. It kind of gets mushy and sort of falls apart. But if we lower this even more, we get into that sort of slapback, and cut back the number of days a little bit maybe. Clean that up. There, that's better. That's my volume now. And that's what the first act line of pedals can do. Like I said, they're super cheap, and they're generally pretty easy to find. The easiest one you're going to find is the distortion. There's tons of the distortion all over the place. You can buy them new in the bubble wrap. Not that difficult to find. The next probably rarer one is the chorus. And the chorus you can still find pretty easily. They're on eBay. You can find them for, I don't know, 30 to 40 bucks, new in the shrink wrap too. Right now, the tricky one, and this is sort of the Easter egg. This is kind of like why it might be a little bit of a good introduction into collecting pedals. Is you might have to work to find the delay. The delay is the rarest bird up there, as far as the first act pedals go. Right now there's like one for sale on Reverb, and the guy wants like 350 bucks for it. Don't pay 350 bucks for a first act delay. That's quite a bit overkill. I think I got mine for like 25 plus shipping. So that's kind of one of those cases where Josh Scott was saying you got to know more about the pedal than the person selling it to you, and the first act delay is definitely one of those. They're not as easy to come by as the chorus or the distortion, and they've got that chip in them that makes them either really desirable or really not, depending on what your tastes are. So I hope that was a bit of an eye-opening introduction to the first act pedal line. If you like pedals, please, and guitar stuff. I also do synth stuff. Definitely like, subscribe, help me out with that algorithm there. Hit the bell so you get notifications when I post new stuff. And also, if you have any thoughts on this, put them in the comments below. I love interacting with all you guys. I've had a lot of good comments over the year and change I've been doing this, so I really enjoy that aspect of interacting with the community too. So it's been cool hanging with you guys. I hope you join me next time, and we'll see you soon.